chapter 14, beginning at verse 26.
Amen.
Amen. All minds are hard together. If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and child and brother and sister, yea, he is, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. And whosoever do not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. For which of you in entering to build a tower sitteth not down first and count the cost, whether he has sacrificed to sufficient it. Let's happen after he had laid the foundation and is not able to finish it all, that behold it, bring it to mock him, saying, this man being a builder and was not able to finish. Or what kind king goeth to make war against another king, sitteth not down first and count whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000. Or else why the other is yet a great ways off, he sinneth, and what is that?
Abashes.
And this
Desires.
I can't pronounce that word.
Which one? Ambitious and desires condition of peace.
And the commission of peace. So likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsake not all that he has, he cannot be my disciple. That was from verse 26 to 33 verse of Luke, the 14th chapter. May the Lord add a blessing to the reading of the word. Amen.
Do you have any remarks, Reverend Bowden, that you want to give? And followed by time of giving. If you have to give, you should just come up and give. God loves a cheerful giver. And it's not, if you don't have to give, don't worry about it. God's still blessed anyway.
Amen.
Amen.
I just want to share concerning what I just read, because in order for us to inherit the kingdom of heaven, we have to understand what that word was just saying. It wasn't saying for you to deny anybody. It just be able to look at Christ and understanding that he is the head of each and every one of us. Don't put mama, daddy, wife, children, whatever before Christ, because If you do that, then he cannot be there to do what you need him doing. He said, thou shalt not have no other God before me. Meaning that we need to realize and understand that in order for us to inherit the kingdom of heaven, we have to understand the thing that how he wants us to see him. We see him as our all in all, knowing that without him we can't do nothing. He said that his own words in the book of Matthew, in the book of John, in the book of Luke. Jesus has talked to us concerning the things that we should be about and how we should be about it. Many people say, well, man wrote the Bible. Yes, man did write the Bible. But the word said those men was divinely inspired by God to write, and they wrote as he gave utterance to them. But it's up to you to believe that or not. And I tell so many people that all you have to do is look at yourself. Look at the many times that you know what you was talking about. You know you told the truth, but nobody believes you. Well, God has given us the truth, and it's in his word. And it says, whosoever will, let him come. Everybody's not going to believe it. Most people don't want to see it from that perspective. But one thing I can say, as much as I have noticed in my time, that when things get bad, they all knows how to say, Lord, have mercy. If you can say, Lord, have mercy, then why can't you take the time out to find out about his mercy? He loves us in a way that we may not never know until they great in the morning how much he loves us. But I tell people, stop right now and look at yourself. Stop looking at your neighbor. Stop looking at your friends. Stop looking at the people that you don't really know a whole lot about. Because we think sometimes we know people. And I'm telling y'all today, you don't get to know people like you think you know them. Because you can put your trust in man and he will deceive you. God said, trust no man and owe no man nothing, for he is our workmanship. Christ has laid out right here in this book everything that you must say, do, how to treat people, how to act, how to talk. He has laid it all out. And if we don't do that, brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, we got a war on our hands. The word said that we have wars and rumors of war. And it means all the little mishaps that come up in your life. When you thought you could trust in somebody, could believe in somebody, they let you down. But did they really let you down? You know, I searched my heart, and Lord knows I searched my heart big time. Did the person let me down? No, I let myself down. That was my answer. I got back in this book and I read this book to see where I went wrong. I found out I let myself down. Why? Because I put my trust in a place that God told me not to put my trust. Treat all men right as what? As much as humanly possible. That's what the word says. So you treat them right, but don't you owe no man nothing. Because if you do, your heartache's going to get much greater. Because for a while in my life, I just couldn't understand what was going on. I thought I was doing everything right, but I found out I was messing over myself. So therefore today I don't blame nobody but myself. And if you all out there will stop and look at yourself, you will find out also you can't blame nobody for your wrongdoing but yourself. Because if you had an opportunity to go through this book and find out what Christ has said, how you ought to live your life, and you didn't do it, then you can't put that blame on nobody but yourself. So do yourself a favor. Take time. Find out what God wants you to know. Find out how you want to live your life and be with Christ. Because if we don't learn how to live and be with Christ, then you won't be with Christ. But Christ does watch over us in spite of that one day we might get the understanding, just like the prodigal son. He wanted to go, so his father said go. But that young man came to his senses. And I thank God for coming to mind. So now I try to just share with people what I've come to know. I don't try to step beyond that because people have many questions. And they have questions because they done been through so much. But if they will sit down and listen, God will heal you. He will heal your understanding. Because if I don't have it, somebody else is going to have it.
Yes.
But you got to make the first step toward receiving what you want. And all we got to do is listen. You don't have to say anything, just listen. And then you say, Lord, is that for me? Then I ask for your blessing. Now, if I open up your ears enough to get the understanding there that God is there for you, then the next step you should do is talk to the Lord. Because God does the joining, and Christ does the saving.
Yes.
And this word seals until the day of redemption. And those of us who proclaim to know the Lord is to share the understanding of what we got to do in order to receive it. It's not what we think. And so many men I done heard get up and gonna tell you it's their way or the highway. First thing, they don't have a way, and first thing, they don't even have a highway. Because if you get in that highway and don't get out of the way of that big truck, what do you think gonna happen to you? So we need not talk to one another like that. We need to be understanding and sharing and caring for each other. If the person don't know, sit down and talk with that person. And that's what I'm doing. I have people come to me all the time and we sit down and talk. First off, I find out they hungry, they want something to drink. Right? Because now I got the person's attention. And now they can say, hey, he has welcomed me. Well, I'm going to talk with him. This is all we got to do, brothers and sisters.
Yes.
Let a person know you welcome them with open arms. That's what it means. Sit down. I had a pastor that taught me. He opened his house up, and I went in. Then when I got the understanding, I said, now, Lord, what would you have me to do? Because, see, once you go to school, then you got to finish school, and then you got to get out and do God's work. So that's all I'm trying to do, brothers and sisters, do what I can to help somebody who might be looking for something. May heaven continue to smile upon you, and may the grace of God be with you. To each and every one, God bless you. Amen.
You want to go into the message?
Well, I can. Yeah. I just want to say today, life is all about faith.
Amen.
If you got faith, you got everything. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. If you got faith, so much as if you were to say to a problem in your life that you can't do anything with, but believing in Jesus Christ, you can say be gone, and it'll be gone. Because Christ said if you had as much faith as a grain of mustard seed, you could say to the mountain, be on a cast into the sea. And he said it will do it.